He's super aggressive when he's given the opportunity, but certain matches, he's not really been let loose. It's like, I'm just going to be reliable. I'm not going to ultimately be the playmaker. So I really want to see what kind of style this White Chicken want to show us today.
Well, I think the draft will be a huge way of telling. Here we go. On the play is the Valley answering back. S11, they got those 2 power picks on the swing back. There goes the Fanny, the Kaja, S11 Gaming. They don't want to see no glue. And Valentina, which, very oddly enough, in our first game today, did not see any play. No ban, no pick on Valentina.
The other long-range mages have been more popular, but maybe we'll see a Valentina in the jungle next match. Not in this match, though. For the Valley, they're banning out all these aggressive pick-off, huge burst heroes, and now they ban that 1-1 as well. So a bit of a mix on what they want to take away from S11 Gaming.
I talked about the EXP, but now I'm actually curious about the gold lane because Beatrix has been played a lot, 0% win rate still. Carry looks to be very, very strong. And because the Valley did not ban out the carry, will they actually try to get a first pick? It's kind of a double-edged sword because carry is very strong, but as a first pick, it's very easy to counter. But if you don't take it first pick, you're kind of giving it over towards S11 Gaming. So it's always a topic between first pick and second pick. Which one is better? In this kind of situation with the drafts, I kind of feel like S11 have a slight edge here.
Yeah, because they're able to create.
They
can see what the opponents pick up first. They can respond, or they can craft their lineups a little better given the last pick and the first 2 picks here. But I don't think it would be wrong for the Valley to pick up the carry first. Very, very strong hero, and Basic has been playing carry for years now. He played with the MPL Philippines for a couple of seasons, about 2019, 2020, and he's solid. Again, one of the keys to victory is give Basic solid, comfortable heroes.
And we've seen that the Valley is very adept at playing out these big team fights, so they are for sure, if they go for that carry pick, they're gonna secure some kind of protection for sure. But actually, Eve is the option to go for. That slow, that AoE zoning, that is what they want to have against S11.
Honestly, Eve is strong against most fighters, but because of that, it's kind of almost putting Papadog at a spot where you got to use a dive kind of EXP later. I'm looking at the Yuzong, the Lapu Lapu. Even if he wants to use a Cho, where again 0% win rate as of right now.
The XP lane as well.
Whatever Papadog uses is really going to impact what's going on with the Valley, because the Valley is kind of like, okay, we're still going to hide what our marksman is going to be, so we're going to pick up the Eve. Not every single fighter can fight against the Eve, so they're putting a spot onto S11. Do you really want to counter us right now? And I talk about the Cho, and they pick up the Cho.
Ooh, the Cho pick, very mobile, a lot of crowd control as well, but as well as that, the Fredrin. So now, a bit of a switch up. Who is going to which role? This is the power of the flex picks we've been talking about. Flexible teams have been having such success in the current season.
I like, though, how Eve was the first pick for the Valley, because, yes, it's not as flexible. It's very honest where he goes, but it's control in the sense that my mid is solid. You now have to give me the solution, because here's the problem, right? And Hoon is one of the best players to do this. He's so intelligent, has great mechanics, and he can control that mid lane so that eventually Basic can do his thing. And there you go, there's the carry.
Yeah, I really like this kind of respect, because they're really paying attention towards the draft. It's like, okay, do we really want to pick up the carry first? So they pick up the Eve first, where Eve can actually fight against the carry fairly well as well. So they pick it up first, and because they saw the Cho and the Fredrin, you know what? Yeah, carry game, and then they pick up the Lolita. But S11, 100% win rate on this Hayabusa, not for them, but throughout the tournament. And we've been hearing a lot that the Hayabusa has been doing very, very well in scrims.
Jotun is known to be playing this Hayabusa. He's very aggressive, and he has the mechanics to show off. And now with 2 very ideal targets in the back line for the Valley, gonna be a bit of a problem unless the Valley has something in mind. Maybe they can invade the jungle early on and shut it down before the mid game even comes around.
Which they can do, because there's a Lolita in the hands of Super Shark. And this is a homecoming of sorts, ladies and gentlemen. In M3, last year's World Championships, Super Shark debuted the Lolita, and immediately, almost in the first game that he played it, made it meta.
Yeah, everyone else used it. It's like, was Lolita buff? Not really. But when Super Shark used it, it's like a super Lolita. I was like, it's actually super strong.
Yeah, and S11 watched a lot of M3 as well. They took out the Roger.
Wow.
This was one of Zane's paramours from M3 as well.
They're taking away all the unexpected picks here. Because as you said, the Valley, a bit of a trendsetter, And
Yeah.
this is what makes it exciting, right? You never really know what exactly are they going to come up with. And if they can surprise S11, then they can have a chance to just completely overthrow the expectations. And that means that in the early game, S11, known for having a calculative approach, will not have a solid solution.
Yep, so far, S11 still needing a gold laner and a mid laner. As for the Valley, they still haven't given anything to Zane or to Chicken. I guess S11 might take out here another jungler, but no, they're just closing all the gaps. It's clear that Lolita's going in the roam, but they're afraid of XP Grok.
Yeah, I kind of feel like the way that they're reading the pick and ban right now is like Arashi said, there is a possibility of actually countering this Hayabusa in the jungle, because what we saw yesterday in the game between Onyx and Toda, where you got the Fanny, we're gonna use our EXP as well as our roamer to invade your jungle. So this Grok ban, it looks weird, but it actually fits. So what I'm looking at right now for Chan is to actually use a very, very strong mid laner that can have a very good laning phase against the Eve, because if the early stage of the game, level 1, level 2, you're already losing to an Eve, you're kind of losing the jungle as well.
Lilia, do it, Lilia. You need solid DPS. The range problem won't matter when it comes to the mid game. Again, you're playing Hayabusa anyways. You don't want to go to the late game. It's going to be very difficult.
The Lilia makes a lot of sense. If they want to go for those early game skirmishes, with the setup from the Cho and the Fredrin, that's a lot of damage coming in from those glooms.
Let's see.
Yeah, right now on screen, Fly Chicken as well as Papada. So really looking at the EXP. And I kind of feel like the way the draft has been set up, White Chicken has a lot of time to see what his matchup is really going to be. So it looks like they're setting up the draft so that White Chicken has a good chance for success.
Yeah, they're forcing him, they're forcing Papa Dog to wait. And I think that tension in the draft, going into the game, loading into it, especially knowing that your opponent still has not picked up their hero, it could build up. It's like, all right, so wait, which is Chicken? What's he gonna do?
Well, for the Valley, it's a bit of a different approach right here. They don't go for any flexible picks. We know where each of these heroes are gonna go,
For
but
sure.
they think it's just that valuable that they don't mind exposing it. And in a way, now they can predict what will S11 take to try and counter the picks that are already so obvious.
Yeah, no, there's a beauty in honesty. Like, this is such an honest draft.
Yeah, speaking of honest, we haven't seen the Thanos, but we definitely seen the Akai. Very, very strong even when you're losing. And I kind of feel like this is very good going up against the Hayabusa. Looks like they're going to end it off with the Xavier. Second Xavier for the day. We've seen the damage. It's definitely going to be there. The problem is, can you actually find the space to deal the damage?
Man, I hate to say it, but S11's draft is so similar to Occupy Thrones' draft, and then RSG's draft from earlier, almost mirroring the Valley here.
Wow.
So, deja vu.
I mean, most effective tactic available, I guess. I mean,
It is.
if it's the most effective tactic, then all right, let's just use it.
But they seem they seem confident. S11, they're going into this and they have a plan.
Exactly.
What happened earlier today has nothing to do with how they're facing off against the Valley.
And I think with the Hayabusa being a big difference here, they have a better chance of maybe having a lot of pressure in the early game.
Oh, yeah.
Because we saw that the issue was the lack of snowballing in the previous match.
Yeah.
Well, right now I'm looking at the chase, right? Because you got a Hayabusa. You have a timer onto you. And speaking of time, let's go into the second game of the day between the Valley and S11 Gaming.
Quick note as to where these junglers are going to start, and it's not a mirror start here. It's actually orange to purple.
So both of the junglers starting in the top side of the map, trying to make sure that they are in the right area later on. We'll have to see for both teams which lane are they going to try and put their emphasis on as Erwin. Really looking for a bit of a disturbance onto Mobazane.
And they force retry too.
Yeah, that's very, very solid, because now they have a better chance to actually secure the Little Wanderer, which accelerates your level 4 capability. And right now, White Chicken as well as Papada, it looks like White Chicken is really trying to hold off the lane, making it so that he gets his level a little bit slower, and perhaps at the second minute, gonna quickly cut the lane and then try to force a fight onto the turtle.
Oh, already Jotun making his way.
Well, he'll be able to get that Lethal Wanderer. We'll have to see, man. I mean, they it's only level 2 right now, but the tension in the air, at any moment, any of these small skirmishes can burst out into a full-on team fight. As Jotun right there will be secure, but Mobazin actually makes an aggressive play, and that will be a stun onto Erwin. He's able to escape right now, but for the Valley, they have secured control over the turtle area.
So despite that little wanderer going over to S11, overall map-wise, the Valley walked away with more.
Yeah, definitely. But right now, I'm really looking at the draft from S11. They have two ways that they got to play for it. If they can do both, it's great because they got to chill for a single target lock along with the Hayabusa. If they can use that, they can create a lot of space for both Chan and Mile to actually get their items and scale up. If they don't, they can slow down the game a little bit and they will still do well enough, but it's kind of like wasted opportunity. I want to see how Jotun plays with Erwin because if they can actually put pressure onto the Valley in the early stages of the game, especially around this turtle fight, that'd be great. If they're playing super passively, they're kind of wasting their win condition.
This is the opposite. It's so aggressive. Arashi, look, you see this? Do you see this? He's invading.
He's invading already, trying to make sure that he takes advantage of the fact that the Valley is prioritizing this turtle. Of course, the purple won't be as important for Akai in the hands of Mobazane, but right now, with that turtle in Tau, actually, we can see that the Valley might be looking for something else. Fried Chicken just pushing that aggression as they are actually making moves towards the purple buff afterwards. Mobazane trying to make sure that he does not lose out on the purple buff. He gets it, and he is gonna use a heavy spin to try and escape from that situation. And S11 Gaming will not be able to find anything in exchange.
Amazing. Hakuna Matata. Everything will be all right. Did you see how Zayn took the turtle and then eventually stole away Jotun's purple as well? So nothing mattered.
Well, right now, the Valley, they're in a very, very good spot because if we look at the map, they're winning top side, mid, as well as the bottom side of the map. And Orwin right now, he's being caught, and Hoon is unable to secure the kill, but that still puts a lot of pressure. S11, they're like, okay, like just to put it in numbers, right now the Valley, they're controlling like 65% of the map, and S11, they're just slowly losing the map away. And if you're losing the map, you don't have catch potential, and your farm is going to be so delayed.
Exactly.
And that's what makes the difference because S11, going into the game, we said it in the draft, they want a snowball. With a lineup that has a Hayabusa, they need a snowball.
Well, this mid-game might be what they need. Erwin going in, trying to find something, but Super Shark will be able to actually stave off that aggression. Mail goes for the clear, and that's the power of the Beatrix, being able to clear the wave so fast, and that allows S11 to find some breathing room.
This is almost like just because the Valley could read what S11 is going to do because we see like attempts, okay, Erwin go here, Erwin go there, but Super Shark is just there to mitigate the engagement. Yeah. And Fried Chicken, I don't need no help. I'm a Thanos. Yeah. 1v3 me. I can take it.
That's as dead a lane as it gets, and I love it. That's coming from me. I'm an XP laner in game, so going into the mid game, where we're approaching the mid game, closing up into possibly the second to last turtle here, 10 seconds away. So far, the Valley has known how to respond to everything that S11 is doing. And am I right? Did Mobazane steal it?
Papadog now being the main target for the members of the Valley. He's able to escape though with that flicker. The heavy spin is still being used by Mobazane, and Fried Chicken will be able to pick up that first blood. And that will be the Valley getting an advantage. And now they are going for more.
Yeah, 4-minute first blood, that's great. What's not great right now is I have a general rule for Assassins. If you don't do well early, then you're not going to contribute much into the game unless you find the specific target. It's easier said than done because right now Hoon and Basic, I don't see them getting harassed. And if this continues, the Valley, they can really set up the map so that they can take whatever they want. S11, they got to find a way to make sure that they get a kill or an objective on the map. If not, they're really putting the Valley in a very, very good spot.
Everyone looking for something right here, but Super Shark is being so menacing in the front line, ensuring that the members of S11 do not have any chance to come even close to the turtle. We see a bit of a split right here as Fried Chicken jumps on Chan. He'll be forced to run away and actually almost gets taken out very, very low. The steal attempt from Jotun is attempted, but it won't be enough. The Valley is taking full control here.
Oh, man. Two things, right? Number one, Erwin is overloaded. I feel like that Cho is trying to do too much. Trying to help his team come back, playing for vision, looking for pickoffs, and just the same. Fried Chicken is a monster. You see how hard he was pushing? Oh, wait, top lane!
Top lane, Jotun goes in for an aggressive play. The Shadow Kill is being used, but there's 3 members there, way too much. The Ruin Vision is being popped up, but Basic will be able to get a kill. The snipe from Mail is being used, but it won't be enough. The Valley takes out Jotun, and as you mentioned, Assassins not doing well in the early game.
Right now, S11, they almost got to slow down and actually talk to each other because it's right now, Erwin, like you said, overloaded. You want to catch who? Who do you want to catch? Because almost everyone is impossible to catch. Some minor mistakes from S11. John alone getting chased out by White Chicken. MOBA Zane dictating the jungle. There is nothing for Jotun. Level 10, MOBA Zane. Level 8, Jotun.
And this is Akai that's rocking the jungle emblem without the cooldown reduction on the retry. So he has to make more, I don't know, better time decisions.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, so that means MOBA Zane has evolved so much since we last saw him on the world stage.
We see a bit of a movement though. You can see that the Valley looking for yet another play. The slow comes in. The Ruin Manipulation is being used as well. That will be escape from Mile using that flicker. And that is the tower taken away. And look at the sneaky escape being used by Erwin.
Yeah, and again, like, sure, they use a lot of their own resources, but it's totally worth it. You're not letting the marksman farm. You're taking away turrets. 4,000 goal lead with just 2 kills. Right now, S11 and the Valley, they're like, we're just going to play respectful. We're going to play discipline. If we have to fight, we will. But if we don't want to, then just run away. We're just going to take what's ours anyways.
Oh yeah, that's something to note here. About 4.5k ahead, 7 minutes in. Slowly but surely, the Valley has become more mum. Earlier, there were more game to find these little skirmishes, but now they're just like, yeah, no, we'll take what we can, but only on our side of the map.
We can see that the XP lane has also been such a problem. White Chicken will be a lot more of an issue later on because he's doing that macro play. You can see that the members of S11, they're just forced to be pulled away from the main objectives due to that pressure.
And there's not much S11 can do here. Again, my eyes are on Erwin. Lafel, you started this whole thing. It's like, Erwin do this, Erwin do that. And I think number one question is, do they even know where the Valley is for Erwin to do these things?
I think the Valley, they just have the sharding. And oh, Papado tries to engage. And Hun missed flicker, but it really doesn't matter. No one caught him. Right now, the Sharingan eyes on the Valley. They know what's going to happen before it happens. Erwin tries to come in. Papado tries to come in. Is like, I see you coming in, and there's nothing that you can do. Hun 1v1 against Jotun.
Oh!
Not enough damage.
You want to know? You want to know a secret? You want to know a secret? You know how Hoon survived that, and White Chicken's gonna get this, by the way.
Ooh, White Chicken is still trying to escape from the situation. 1v3, it won't be enough though. Jotun will be able to pick up that kill, but at what cost? Right now it's a 1-for-1, but the Valley will be pushing.
It's worth it, this conversion. By the way, Hoon, his first main item, Lafel, or actually listen up, Brute Force Breastplate.
Wow.
I don't need to deal with much any kind of damage. Basic, it's all you.
That's 185 IQ right there.
I'm just gonna survive, man. They're gonna try to find me. Well, good luck. You found me. Now what?
Now what? Right? Talking about how you buy items at the right time, knowing your role and what your team wants to do. That's something that most Eves won't do right there. First item, Brute Force Breastplate.
Yeah, just to add on just a little bit, Hayabusa needs to win early. He lost early.
He was denied early.
Now he doesn't have enough damage. Now you build tanky items against him. It's not looking good.
There's just a lot of options available for countering this Hayabusa because you can use with the Wind of Nature, but Heavy Spin being used right here. Jotun will be the main target. White Chicken jumps on that opportunity as Papadog will be the main target. The flicker with the Numen Blast does not land, unfortunately, but the Valley has taken control once again. S11 Gaming has no solution.
Man, the Valley made Papa Dog more like Baby Dog.
He's not
doing much. Look, he's sitting at 0-3-1. Usually, the Fredrin wants to go 2v1, 3v1 in lane. The way that the economy is gone, he can't build items.
And the thing is, White Chicken is like, I don't know what rotating means. I'm just gonna stay here.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to stop me, yes, they can.
Yeah.
But while you're trying to stop me, everyone else, they're moving the gears towards mid, moving the gears towards top side in the jungle.
Oh,
and right now, the Valley's taking all.
That's a concealed play by the Valley, looking for Aaron right here. Movement of Blast being popped so early. It is cancelled, but look at the damage coming from the basic, as well as Hoon. There's way too much for S11 to take. That will be Aaron taken out yet again.
Peter Bryce, you monster. You see how much damage he was dealing? All they needed was to slow down Erwin, not even stop him in his tracks. It's just, okay, stay there for a bit. All right, good, we move on.
Moving on indeed right now. This kill score is 6-1. And S11 Gaming, it looks like they're not entirely sure what should they do. And right now, Hayabusa is just trying to clear the way. Super Shark as well as White Chicken really don't care. This is the first Lord. Can the Valley actually end it right now?
They don't really have a lot of range to work around with. Of course, they have the high ground coming in with the real world manipulation. And now with the waves being pushed, they're going to get at least one kill, it seems like. But it seems like S11 is just playing it calculatively, and the Valley do not want to risk Erwin making that hero play, keeping him on his toes though.
All right, this is the Valley making the call. We'll take it slow. We'll take tier 2 in mid. And so far, Yeah, Fried Chicken has left Casa de la Chicken. Like, he left that bottom part of the map, and he's now helping push 5v5.
It's just so difficult as the Valley goes for the top tower right here. Look at Fried Chicken going in, the 1v4 essentially under the tower, and he's not even taken below half HP. The rest of the team tries to follow up on this big play, but it seems like S11 will not be able to even deter him from doing so.
The only reason why the Valley had to retreat because they saw the Hayabusa down in the bottom lane, because it looks like they have the damage, and if they do want to engage, they have that option. They just got to be careful, because if this Hayabusa continues to take all of the turrets, then it just becomes that Lord fight. If they're too occupied around the Lord, the Hayabusa could just end the game. So right now, you said it yourself. S11 Gaming, they are very calculative. So it's like, okay, it's kind of obvious we don't have enough damage. But the turns, they don't buy items. They don't buy any physical items to make sure that they can take more damage from the Hayabusa. So I feel like this is one of the only ways that they can play this out. So they gotta find a way to slow down S11, getting enough items onto the Beatrix as well as onto the Xavier, because the Xavier right now, not having the Lightning Truncheon makes it so that he doesn't have enough damage. And right now, it looks like he's kind of thinking, okay, he finished the Lightning Truncheon, so he should be able to do a bit more damage after this.
Right on cue, but look at the Valley looking for a play yet again. The purple buff will be the main target here. S11, they just back away so far.
Okay. Never mind. I thought, like, was that a steal now? Momazin still got it.
Oh, wait.
No,
It was a steal.
Oh, it was a steal.
Oh, sharpshooter.
Nice.
From up top, yeah.
See, Lightning Truncheon, it matters.
It matters. That's a lot of burst damage. And if the game goes longer and longer, that poke might just be what will win them the game, along with the split push.
Yeah, so it's only gonna happen if the Valley makes a mistake. But we just barely missed it off camera. What happened to Papa Dog?
He just got dogpiled on, and that will be the end of him. As you can see, S11 going for a different approach right here. Jumping in, making the play with the Way of the Dragon as well, but the Vengeance is just tanking so much. Wow! That's Fried Chicken taking one! 1 versus 3! Erwin is the next target, and Fried Chicken is going again and again. The Lord gets picked up, and look at Jotun. This is a disaster. He's forced to run away as Erwin, slowly but surely, has to be chased away. Jotun is alone. Oh, look at who with the play! The Ruin Manipulation will secure that kill as well.
1v1.
It's not over.
Right here. Look at the blast right to his face. The flicker will not actually help land that skill shot, but the basic, he is trying to go for that kill, but the triple shadow, the quad shadow, by the way, by Jotun is being used on the other side of the map though, in the base of S11. Fried Chicken just isn't stopping. He's going in again and again. Mobile Zane with the heavy spin, a bit too overextended though. This might be the chance that S11 needs. Ruin Manipulation is being used, and that will be the Valley.
Overextended is an understatement. I think that team fight and that sequence happened maybe a minute too long, and they're still not done.
They go for Jotun, and that will be him finally taken out by the members of the Valley. And now with the Lord pushing in on the top side, consider S11, they're trying their best to clear this Lord, but it might not be possible. Super Shark comes in yet again, just stunning up Papa Dog as the basic just do so much damage, and the Numenor Blast actually lands. Basic, no fear all the way in the front, actually trying to out-damage Mail at the same time. Erwin and Chan, the only 2 members left alone against the Lord, against the 3 members of the Valley. It won't be enough. The Valley will be the winners of this match.
Took a while, but the NA representatives, the crowd loves it.
Dude, I mean, like, it's so weird where start off the game slow, mid game slow, and late game just went to 11, man. It just pushes all the way, right?
Late game had like fights happening across the map.
Yeah, again, congratulations to our match winner, the Valley. And in the game just now, I feel like when we saw 3 members onto Fried Chicken, we're like, okay, maybe he can